Welcome to the LongBox Paradox, episode 64. I'm Dan, and it's another week of new release previews, and this is for Wednesday, the 26th of February, 2020. I'm going to start with Image Comics, and we have Death or Glory number 9. Cover B is the one for me. It's Sean Gordon Murphy. I'm going to say out of the Remender books, this isn't exactly my favorite book, but it's still kind of entertaining. It has a lot of peaks and valleys. Again, sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's not really my flavor of book. But I'm a huge Remender fan, so I keep up with it. And damn, I love Sean Gordon Murphy. His art is just fantastic, even on a cover. We also then have Ice Cream Man number 18. I love horror, and this is kind of almost a horror anthology book, with the only constant being the Ice Cream Man. And the B cover is the one I'll be looking at, and that is by Emma Rios. If you've read Pretty Deadly, then you've seen her art. And a current favorite of mine that is coming out, that I've talked about almost every month and reviewed since it came out, we got Adelphia number 4. There's 2 covers for it. The Eric Canetti B cover is the one I will be picking up. Also, reprints of issue 2 and 3 come out. Issue 3 in particular is a fucking fantastic read. It's all about John Adams, and if you haven't read the book, then if you read these past ones, then you'll understand why it's a fucking amazing issue. Monstrous number 26 is out. It's kind of waning a little bit with me. It's still a great book, and Sana Takeda's art is just fantastic. The covers are lush, fantastic. Story kind of tailed off a little bit for me, but still, I can get lost in the art for a while, so totally worth a pickup. Sex Criminals number 27 comes out. There are 2 covers, the regular cover, and then there is the XXX cover by Odd Koch. We're winding to the end. It's getting there, and I am totally there for the ride. Dark Horse Comics, not a great week for them. There are 2 books that interest me. One is Hidden Society number 1 by Raphael Scavone and Raphael Albuquerque. It is, here's a little what the previews puts in here. Hidden from ordinary eyes, there is a world alongside our own full of deities, demons, and danger, where magic wins out over science and dark secrets lie in wait. Ulu, the last wizard from the Hidden Society, enlists the aid of a blind girl and her demon, a young magician and a cursed bounty hunter, in order to stop a group of nihilistic warlocks from waking the Society's greatest nemesis. Just for the fact that Raphael Albuquerque's doing the art on it, I'm going to check it out. Seems interesting enough, and I feel like blowing $3.99 on a chance of possibly a great read is worth it for me. So that's one to check out. And there is one other one that is coming out that I'm a little fascinated with as well. It's written by Peter Milligan with art by Jesus Hervas. It's called Tomorrow, and number 1 will be out. Another $3.99 book. It is a sci-fi horror series. A Russian computer virus has jumped the species barrier and wiped out most of the adult population, leaving the world precariously in the hands of the next generation. In the wake of devastation, musical prodigy Oscar Fuentes is separated from his twin sister, Sierra, and stranded on opposite sides of the country. They're swept into rapidly evolving networks of teenage gangs, and they're trying to find their way back to each other. Interested enough to check it out. It's a premise that I'm into, and I like Peter Milligan's writing. IDW, not a whole lot that had me actually interested. I did not like Dying is Easy. Number 3 is out of that. And other than that, the TMNT Jenica number 1 is out, which if you're a TMNT fan, or if you're just trying to spec on it, I guess, might be worth the pickup. DC Comics, Action Comics number 1020. The Perillo B cover is the one I'm looking at. We also have Amethyst number 1 coming out, written and drawn by Amy Reeder. The B cover has its cardstock has Stephanie Hahn's cover. That alone is enough to get me to pick it up. And I liked Amy Reeder's art. Her writing, I'm kind of about. But I loved Rocket Girl. Rocket Girl was such a great book, and really turned me on to Amy Reeder's art. Montclair, I believe, was writing it with her. We have Basket Full of Heads, number 5. my favorite of the Hill House books, outside of Plunge, and that just came out, and the Dollhouse Family. There is a B variant I don't have the picture for, by Matteo Scalera. I like Scalera's work. I have since Black Science. If you haven't checked out Black Science, please go check it out. It's basically if Reed Richards was a complete fuck up, and basically a horrible family person. Not a recommended pickup, but I kind of like this Dodson cardstock cover is the Batgirl 44. Again, it's been a bad read, so if you like the cover, pick it up, but yeah, the reading. Yeah. Batman Beyond number 41 has Batwoman on it. It's a Dustin Nguyen cover, and I'm down for it. It's been good. It's been real good lately. There is a B variant by Francis Manapul, but I like the Dustin Nguyen one much, much, much better. And then we have Batman Curse of the White Knight number 7. It feels like it is a no-brainer of which variant to pick up. The B variant has Harley Quinn on it. And, of course, I love the classic suit. And $4.99 price point. Curse of the White Knight has been very, very good. There's been fantastic plot twists. And Sean Gordon Murphy, you see the evolution in his writing where it's getting better, and that's fantastic, especially to go with that art. Batman Superman number 7. There is an Andy Kubert variant. Josh Williamson still writing with Nick Darrington on the interiors. It's the aftermath of The Infected. It's General Zod and Ra's al Ghul. Again, that's Josh Williamson, so I'll pick it up. I've supported him. He's a fantastic person and writer. Books of Magic number 17. It's the interesting twist in this series that Tim Hunter's a bit of an asshole. I like the series. It's been good. I like the kind of new take on Tim where he's basically a bratty little shit. Detective Comics number 1020, and 110% I'm picking up the Lee Bermejo cardstock variant. I love Lee Bermejo's work, and this cover just fantastic. Then we also have Dial H for Heroes number 12 of 12. I cannot believe I have stuck with this series the whole way through. It's odd. It's a real odd series, and I'm good with odd, but if it wasn't so damn charming, I think I would have quit it a long time ago. Far Sector number 4 of 12. The A cover is what I'm getting. Jamal Campbell's art's just fantastic. The book itself has started to pick up and move along. Like, I had a friend where I got into it right away. It took her till issue 3 to really, for her to really kick for her, make her a fan. We have John Constantine, Hellblazer number 4. John Constantine's a dick, and I kind of just, I like reading him being a dick. Justice League Dark number 20. Mainly, I'm going to pick it up for not only the Kyle Hotz interior art, the Clayton Crane cover is just awesome on it. Last God number 5, my favorite of the Black Label books right now. Federici, Philip Kennedy Johnson, just this world they've built, incredible. I think with the fifth one out, the first trade should come out. Totally worth it. Buy it. I love it. It's great, especially if you love fantasy and if you like Lord of the Rings and stuff such as that. I think this will be up your alley. And the art is incredible by Federici. It just is. And it's very rare the covers ever match the interiors, and this one does. And then we have Leviathan Dawn by Alex Maleev, Brian Michael Bendis, and I don't know how much more they can say about Leviathan. Like, it happened, it's over, it was an underwhelming reveal. And basically in this, they're like, with Leviathan arrived, its leader's identity revealed, and its plans known, what happens next? Now the heroes fight back. Leviathan changed the rules of the game, so now's the time for the biggest players to get together and figure out an extra new strategy in this brave new world. It's a $4.99 book, and they call it extra sized. I don't know if I'd really call that extra sized, but sure, whatever. Go with what you want to. Shazam number 11 is out, and the B variant by Shane Davis and Michelle Delecky is the one that I would pick up, especially with that reveal of Superboy Prime in the last issue. Kind of interesting. Suicide Squad number 3 is also out. There is a Miko Soyan variant. I did not love this book. Cover's interesting at least, but I couldn't recommend actually buying it. Just wanted to mention it because Suicide Squad is still kind of topical. And Wonder Woman 752, Jenny Friesen, once again, just a beautiful, beautiful cover. If you're a Friesen fan, then it's totally worth picking up. And then we have the book that's going to be topical, especially given what happened last week with Batman 89. And this one is actually kind of blowing up a little bit more. Minimum $30 pre-order on eBay and other sites. And that is Year of the Villain, Hell Arisen, number 3 of 4. The Joker is involved, and supposedly this is the first time we're going to see Punchline fully. I'm not 100% sure if that's true, but boy. The A cover by Epting is the one that I would be picking up. But boy, oh boy, this Punchline thing, like, even now still Batman 89 is still selling for 15 to 20 routinely, and it only showed Punchline's lips talking on the phone. Kind of ridiculous, but nobody wants to miss out on the next Harley Quinn. Who knows if she is going to be the next Harley Quinn, because it's impossible to say. But again, this is going to be a hard book to find. Everybody is on it. Everybody knows about it, so either talk to your comic store owner now. Make sure that you are at the shop first thing when it opens, because otherwise you're going to be on eBay paying an exorbitant price. It's the name of the game at this point. And if it is the first full Punchline, like they keep saying, expect to be paying about $40 to $50 by the end of launch day. Over that weekend, I'm sure by the weekend there will be a flood, and even if there is a flood on eBay, it'll probably stay consistently around 30. I also don't see this book having been highly ordered either, because I don't think I'm alone in this Justice League run and this whole bullshit fucking dark universe just burning everybody out. Beat this character to death over and over and over. And Apex Lex and all this stuff, it just wasn't for me. But that is your warning about this book. There is a B variant, and that one is by Federici, but I really, really like the A cover better by Epting. Not gonna lie. And from Marvel Comics, we have 2020 Forceworks number 1. There is a Philip Tan cover. I don't recommend buying this book at all. This 2020 bullshit it's weak. It just is. Then we have Amazing Spider-Man number 40. Last issue of Amazing Spider-Man was very interesting with J. Jonah Jameson's podcast. The B variant is by Elizabeth Torque for Gwen Stacy month. I kind of like the Otley regular cover better. It's choice. The Elizabeth Torque one, for some reason, the scale of Gwen looks off. Then we have Amazing Spider-Man Daily Bugle number 2. Awesome cover by Nico Henrichon. I'm probably ruining the pronunciation. I have no idea how good the book is or not, but I love that cover. Avengers number 31, it has a J. Scott Campbell, Gwen Stacy variant. 100% recommend picking that up. Very much like that one, and hey, it's a new pose. We have Fantastic Four Grimoire number 1. The B variant by Eduardo Riso is the one I will be picking up. I'm just kind of a Eduardo Riso fan. We have Ghost Rider number 5 with they're calling it Hearts of Darkness 2, with Dan Ketch with his new powers, and with Wolverine and the Punisher, and I guess Blackheart or Darkheart or whatever the fuck they call him. Yeah, I really cared about that time in the 90s. We have giant size X-Men Jean Grey and Emma Frost number 1, Dawn of X. And the Russell Dauterman cover I really like. The Iban Coelho one is okay. I'm more towards the Dauterman one. We also have New Mutants number 8. It has Magma on the cover. It's Rod Rice. It's been a fun series so far to read. Most enjoyable New Mutants I've read in a while. We also have Punisher Soviet number 4, which just the fact that Garth Ennis is writing it is all that I need to say of why I'd be picking it up. Ravencroft number 2 of 5. Ravencroft's been reopened. It's a Kyle Hotz cover, and it's got I think that's the man-wolf. Yeah, it's the man-wolf on the cover. I thought it was a werewolf for a minute. Issue 1 actually wasn't that bad with going into what happened during this whole Carnage thing. We also have Scream Curse of Carnage number 4. Surprisingly, that's been an interesting read. Spider-Ham number 3 is out. If you like Spider-Ham, pick it up. I'm not putting a picture or anything up. It is what it is. Star number 2 of 5. I literally don't give a shit about this character. Number 1 was just an abysmal read. Nothing entertaining about it at all. And I don't want to sound like a Kelly Thompson hater, but I just found it boring. Star Wars number 3, there's a Chris Sprouse Empire Strikes Back variant, which is the one I'll be picking up. We also have X-Force number 8, been a solid Dawn of X book. There's a couple, again, Fallen Angels and Excalibur, the 2 worst out of them, in my opinion. X-Men number 7, the Gwen Stacy variant by Mike Del Mundo. It's Nightcrawler, and it is Gwen Stacy on it. Totally worth picking up, in my opinion. X-Men Fantastic Four number 2 of 4. The Megan Hetrick Flower variant is the one I probably will pick up just because it's Doctor Doom holding flowers. And who doesn't love that? We have from Dynamite, not a whole lot I'll pick up. It's Digithoris, Black Terror, Chastity, George R. R. Martin's Clash of Kings, which I feel like they've been working on this book forever. Red Sonja, Vampirella, Betty and Veronica, the usual fare. From Boom Studios, Angel and Spike number 9 will be out. I don't read that one, but for the people who do, just letting you know it's out there. And then Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Once in Future number 1, 8th printing. Once in Future number 2, 4th printing. Once in Future number 3, 3rd printing. Once in Future number 4, 2nd printing. A lot of printings, especially for number 1. That's a ridiculous amount of printings. And there was no independence that caught my eye this month, or this week, I should say. So with that being said, I just want to thank you for joining me on this preview episode. And hey, I hit my schedule again. It's twice this week. Wednesday probably will not have my review episode up that day, and I'll probably push it to Thursday. Wednesday, we are having Ink Panel's graphic novel book club episode that will be streaming at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Pacific time. It will be myself, Gambit, and I don't know if I actually announced it. Jennifer Gin & Comics is now our permanent third panelist for those episodes monthly. We had such a good vibe going that I invited her to be a permanent part of the show. And Gambit and I are very happy to have her and also have another voice in the room that maybe sees things differently from us and has different perspectives. And I couldn't be happier having her on. And she's very enthusiastic about doing this, and I love it. And this month, and on Wednesday, we are doing the Black Hammer Volume 1 Secret Origins. I can't wait to dig into this. Gambit had never read it before. Of course, myself and Jennifer had, but we're digging back in, so we're going to deep dive on it and talk about everything to be talked about. So again, thank you for subscribing, watching. If you just found me, awesome, welcome. And you can find me on @ChopComic on Twitter and on Instagram, comic_chop_news. And so long, farewell, Avita, say goodbye.